Hey, what's going on, guys? Big D here, and welcome back to Fix That Rush. Today, we're going to be trying something a little bit different with our Barch, and that's incorporating some lightning spells. So I'm taking 8 lightning spells with my Barch, just in case we miss some loot inside collectors or mines. We can use the lightnings to zap them and grab the loot. Even if they're inside the base, inside the walls, we should be able to just drop some zap spells on them and bam, grab the loot out of them. Now, today's plan is to finally, since we've maxed our Barch, and we're actually going to be using that maxed out Barch to farm today, we're going to be trying to finish off our Goblins to max. So that way, if we boost our Goblins to Super Goblins, they are at max damage at their best at level 8. So that's the plan for today, is to get that lab going. 10.5 million gold is what I need to get the Goblins going up. And that leaves me one builder. And I wanted to use that builder on my Grand Warden, but since I'm using all of my elixir in the lab, that means the Dark Elixir is what we're going to be spending today, and that's going to be going into our King. Going to level, I believe, 19. Yes, so 46,000 Dark Elixir. We already have that because we had some of that left over from our last set of upgrades. But we didn't have an extra builder to put him down, so he got neglected because the Queen is just too important not to neglect the King for. At this low of level, of course. So, without further ado, let's jump out and grab some loot with this Zap Barch. This is actually the perfect example for this Zap Barch strategy. So we're going to try to be as efficient as possible and use not very many of our archers. That way, our training time isn't that long, and we actually don't use too much elixir either. So we're going to go ahead and spam our barbarians in all across this side right here. We're just going to use all of our barbarians first and grab all the collectors and mines down here at the bottom. Okay, there is one gold mine and one collector right here beside this double cannon. We're going to send in some archers too and grab those. And as soon as those go down, we should have most of the loot on the base. Let's grab the loot out of these mine and collectors here. There we go. Now, the 2 dark elixir drills that are remaining are in this compartment, not accessible by our Barch without devoting maybe a spell or something to them. So instead of doing that, what we're going to do is we're going to zap them. Okay, so let's see. We're going to drop 1, 2, 3, and 4. And it's going to take a 5th one. Since my lightning spells are only level 5, that's Town Hall 8 level, it's going to take 5 of those to take that out. But that is all the loot on the base, and we don't need to stay in here and win this attack. We're at 28%, and we're just going to leave it as it is. 528,000 gold, 518,000 elixir, and 4,000 dark elixir with this Zap Barch strategy. Not many archers used in this one specifically, but that's because it was a very easy base. Everything was outside the base aside from just 2 collectors right there by that double cannon. We got that taken care of with just a few archers, and then zap the other 2 dark elixir drills that were pretty far into the base and impossible to reach with our Barch. But that is the capabilities of this Zap Barch strategy. Just snagging loot anywhere we can, even if it's inside the base, we can still grab it with those lightning spells. So let's go ahead and train this back up, make sure everything is going well. Let's pull these out front. And we already have an army. We didn't use our clan council, so we can go right back out and find some more loot. We're going to go ahead and hit this dead Town Hall 11, and mostly the reason is because it does have a decent amount of elixir on it, and that's mainly what we're looking for. So let's go ahead and get this Barch started. We're actually running a little low on time, but that's fine because Barch doesn't take too long. I actually stopped paying attention when I was searching because it took me just a little while to find a decent enough base. So go ahead and get this Barch working through. We're going to surgically deploy a little bit on this left side, trying to get all of these dark elixir drills down, and then we will spam the rest of this onto the elixir collectors up here. We're just going to let the barbarians work through, and if we need to use the archers, we will. But it saves me a little bit of training time if I don't have to use the full army. So, and it seems we're actually missing some elixir. Where is this elixir? It's actually in the storages. I didn't actually notice that. Okay, so what are we gonna do? Let's send in... Let's send in the king and see if he can't grab, alongside the archers, the elixir in the storage in this compartment. And let's send in the blimp for... Let's pop the king's ability. We're going to try to get in here and drop a rage on the blimp And as it crashes down, the Valkyries are going to pop out and do a lot of damage. Come on. Oh man, they stayed inside this compartment because of that sweeper. Well, we're going to have to hold this raid and drop it right here. They should break through the wall and head where I need them to go. They do. Okay, so that is good. We're going to let them work through. And we should get most of this elixir. 3 Valkyries left. There we go. That's what I want. Just go for that storage. Get that storage down. And we'll take this little bit of gold here. They won't get the town hall. There's only a few of them left. Well, they might get the town hall, depending on how much damage they can do in 20 seconds. Let's go ahead and let them work. And come on, come on. 1 Valkyrie left, spinning and spinning. Come on, get that whirls down. Come on, whirl it out, whirl it on down. There we go. And the town hall does go down. Let's go ahead and cut out. That's actually every bit of the loot that was on the base. 429,000 gold, 565,000 elixir, and 2,200 dark elixir with that Zap Barch. I didn't actually have to zap in this one. I thought I was going to have to try, but only the loot that was in the storages were left, so that didn't work out. So let's get on back home and train up another Barch, and we're going to request for our clan castle. Now, before I went out for that attack, I actually had to come back in because I realized I didn't have my lightning spells trained up because I didn't have any extras training on the back burner. So I actually do have 8 of them trained up. Again, just in case I do use them, they will replace themselves without me having to wait for that training time. But we're going to wait for this Barch to train up, wait for the clan castle troop. We'll probably go out without my king. He's really not necessary for my Barch. And neither is my clan castle, but I like to have it just in case. So we're going to wait on that and go back out for another raid. All right, another dead Town Hall 12. Let's see if we can grab all the loot off of this one. Seems to be pretty accessible. I don't think I saw any collectors on the inside of the base besides maybe 1 dark elixir drill. It's pretty low level. Let's go ahead and spam our Barch in here. Get all that working through. We'll do the same with this top side and get our archers in behind there. Now, I think I'm going to blimp for this dark elixir storage, depending on how much is left in it after the Barch is finished. I do have the lightning spells in case this drill doesn't go down, but the archers are working on it. So let's see. We have a little bit of elixir that we're missing. I guess it's what's in the in the storages. I'm sorry. Actually, the barbarians and archers worked through the wall, got the enemy queen, and they're actually going to grab the dark elixir from this storage right here. And these barbarians over here worked through this wall and got the elixir out of that storage. We're going to let them work on through and see what kind of loot they can grab. I'm not going to use any more of my... I'm not going to use any spells because there's actually... I can't damage the storages with them. So, that being said, I don't want to use my clan castle either because it's just not worth it for what's left on the base. But we are going to let the barbarians and archers work through and see what kind of loot they can grab. They actually finished off 2 more storages on this right-hand side, and I'm guessing the rest of it's in the storages and then probably the town hall and a little bit, it seems, in the clan castle. So, we're not going to let the barbarians work any longer because it's not really worth it for the time. So, let's go ahead and cut out of there. 453,000 gold, 485,000 elixir, and 4,500 dark elixir. I thought I was going to have to spend my clan castle blimp and Valkyries to crash into that dark elixir storage to grab it, but the barbarians and archers actually broke through the wall and clutched it without me having to do that. So let's head back to home base. And 21 minutes, that is insane. Okay, so go ahead and train up 1 more Barch. And we're going to wait for this very long timer. I guess my boost ran out without me knowing. So we're actually just going to wait on that. And we'll be going back out for another raid. And this is going to be the last attack of the video. And I do see a perfect use for our lightning spells. But first, let's get the Barch working in and grabbing some of this loot. I went a little bit barbarian heavy on that first wave, but that's okay. Should be okay to grab the rest of the loot with the extra archers I kept. So here we go, going through grabbing all the collectors and mines aside from this drill right here. So we're actually going to go ahead and zap this drill. It's 3 and 4 and 5. There we go. And we zapped it out for the loot. Let's see, there's a little bit of loot left on this base in the storages. We're going to let our Barch work through and just see what it can get. because it is still grabbing some loot out of these storages right now. Can't really zap anything else though, because the storages aren't affected by the lightning spell, if I am correct. So we're just going to let this work through, see what they can grab. We already have the win, so we're keeping our trophy count up because we do lose quite often with bards. We might as well win a few of them to keep our trophy count up and we're not dropping into the lower leagues below Crystal, because the Dark Elixir is pretty much in Crystal League, I found, because I was in Gold for quite a while in this account. And I found a lot of Elixir, a lot of Gold, not very much Dark Elixir though. That's why I want to stay here in Crystal League. And the archers are banging through a wall. These are grabbing a little bit of loot, but I don't think I'm going to stick around and grab any more. It's just not worth it for the next minute and a half to sit here for 22,000 gold in elixir. So let's cut on out of there. 677,000 gold, 671,000 elixir, and just about 5,000 dark elixir off of that base. And those lightning spells came in clutch to grab that last dark elixir drill. So let's head on home. And we're just going to train up 5 more of these, and then we'll train up another Barch for later on. I did end up boosting again, but I'll probably just use the rest of this boost to grab some more loot for walls later on. Speaking of walls, I got quite a few done since the last episode. So I'd say about roughly 20. I'm not going to sit here and count them, but that's just a guess. About 20 walls done since last episode. So pretty good progress there. We're getting close to finishing our level 10 walls and starting on our level 11 walls, the lava walls, which we already have a few of because of some wall rings that I had stored up. But let's go ahead and spend our gold into walls. Let's see, we can do 4 walls. I'll tell you what, actually, let's collect what's in our treasury. 840,000 gold in the elixir and then 2,400 dark elixir. Let's go ahead and grab that out of there. Yeah, so that pushes us over. We can actually do 6 walls with this gold now. So let's see, 2, 4, and 6. Let's notch it right here. And then, oh, hold on. This is, notch it right here, because this is level 9 wall. There we go. So 3 million gold into walls. Bam, here we go. And then we're gonna notch it right. Come on, work with me here. There we go. Notch it right there, just so you can keep up with me, just in case I do some more wall upgrades off camera, which I likely will with this boost that's currently going. Now, for one of the big upgrades right here, 10.5 million gold into the goblins going to level 8, which is max. I am hyped for this upgrade because once this one's done, I can start spending a little bit of dark elixir to boost them, to turn them into sneaky goblins. And those sneaky goblins can grab loot like it's nothing. And you don't have to spend too many of them. 15 of them can grab all the loot on a specific dead base, and you can jump out and go on to the next one without spending too many troop space. So, pretty efficient. 10.5 million gold into the goblins, a 12-day upgrade. Let's go ahead and get it going in the lab. Now, for the last upgrade of the video, we're going to be doing the king upgrade. Whoops, that is the queen. No, we don't want to cancel that. Here we go. The king upgrade, 46,000 dark elixir, level 18 going to level 19. 3.5-day upgrade for him. And he gets just a little bit stronger, a little more damage, a little more hit points. And the regeneration stays the same, as well as the ability. Until level 20, he'll get the 4th level of that ability. So let's go ahead and do this. 46,000 dark elixir into the king. Yes, we're going to end his boost, and he's going to level 19. Wow, we got quite a bit done in this episode. We finally got the goblins going like we were going to do a little while back, but then an update happened, and we had to do our archers again to max out our Barch once again. So, and that's going to do it for me today, folks. Can't do any more upgrades. I've used up all of the loot that I had. So that's going to do it for me today, folks. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Fix That Rush. You are all amazing, and I'll see you in the next one.